completely killed them anyway. Or they tried to help, but it was to no avail. But I assume they didn't actually try to help, considering they got locked up and were prisoners forever. They probably were not happy. Okay, let's go back and check the shortcut. Yeah, this just leads straight down into the next room. We can't warp through it, though. Jay, use the code Justin Bailey. Is it an Easter egg? Changes Trace's outfit to a yellow Speedo, gloves, and boots. I'll pass. I'll pass on that one. Alright, so now we can warp 3 times. We've uncovered pretty much the entirety of every map, which is great, except Ereboo, which I probably go back to soon. Ikumor's done. There's one piece of the map in Eden we haven't gotten. How did we not uncover that? That's blasphemy. We gotta go back to Ukana because we know that there was a thing we could get there. And also in Ereba. I don't think there's really anything here or here to do. So frankly, I have no idea where to go to actually progress the map. There is something here in Absu to get also. See on the left, there's a hallway down there that we haven't been able to access. Basically, where do I want to go here? I think I want to go to Eden. Which requires me to go down and to the left. This is a nod to the original NES Metroid game. Entering Justin Bailey and Metroid's password system would start the game with a number of items, and Samus wearing a pink leotard. Do I have the flamethrower? I have a flame weapon. I have fire wall. That one was a real weird one. I remember we found that just by walking into a flippin' wall. It's a totally random that we even found that at all. Toxic S. Axiom Verge, huh? I've seen it recommended on Steam plenty of times. Is it any good? You know what? I'll let the chat answer. I would say so. If you like Metroidvania, it's been fantastic. Like, way more depth than I expected. But, you know, if anyone in the chat wants to kind of chime in on that, especially folks who didn't know what this game was and then they started watching it, let me know what you think. We're also near the end of it, I think, so we're very strong. So it may seem like we're just sort of bombing through everything. I mean, because we are bombing through everything. But it was not always this way. We struggled a lot in certain sections. You can find the flamethrower in Ereboo? Okay, well, we're going back there soon. That's too bad. I would have liked the flamethrower earlier. What's up, Gab the Crafter? What you been crafting? Can I also I just want to appreciate the fact that there are no bottomless pits in this game that just kill you instantly. The other thing we'd have to do is find all the random possible locations to find the glitch worlds, because there's 3 of them, and we're missing one. Oh, we never really figured out how to get up there, did we? Well, we can do a further jump now, so maybe the answer is... Hang on, so we gotta do 1, 2, 3... Ugh. That's tricky. Oh, wait, no, this works better. Teleport first. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's anything up here. Why does this even exist except maybe to help you uncover the map? Because there is a map discovery element to this game. That's probably why there's a possible way to uncover every tile. Oh, you need the red coat to get the flamethrower anyway? Okay. I'd also love to find the code that lets me hold more bombs, unless that's just a straight-up cheat. It might just be a cheat. I don't know. You're missing the source of most of your deaths in Dark Souls? Yeah. I think you do get an achievement for uncovering every tile of the map. I mean, it's, I'm like 99% sure. It's like get 100% of all the items and every, all the pickups, and then 100% of the map. Look at the screen. Because I stopped it in the middle of the... We want to go straight across to Ukina. Ukina! Oh, and now we can... There's other places we can go now in Ukina, which may actually be the only way to get to where we need to go. That might actually be the end of the game. I'm not sure. So maybe I want to go to... I'm going to go to Erebu first. So as far as I know, I have every tool at my disposal now. How long ago did you start Axiom Verge? This is the first time I've seen you streaming it. Yesterday. The bomb code is considered a cheat code. All right. Well, that's good to know. There's another weapon in Eden. All right. Give me a little detail to that, and we can always revisit it. I've already started the run back to Erebu. Okay, red coat is flipping cool. And even if we did get all the weapons that are available to us, I don't know where all the glitch zones are, so that's kind of its own separate thing. And I don't know if hunting for those would be particularly interesting. The distortion field weapon? I may have that. Nope. No, I don't. But yeah, Toxic, we've been playing this game maybe for 9 hours at this point. It hasn't been very long at all. Okay, back here. There's only one place to go still here. People said there's another secret door, but that you needed the code from a secret final area. And then you'd have to come back. So I think we still have to make another trip back to Erebu at the end of the day here. Ah, beginning areas. When everything was so simple. Those were the days. You just, like, instantly kill these things. Damage doesn't even have to take more than once. Okay, let's go right. Playing Monster Hunter all day. Been thinking about picking up Monster Hunter World. Is it worth it? What's the microtransaction situation like? I don't want to buy a full-price TM and then end up having to pay a bunch extra. You think you don't need the glitch zones for 100%? That would be very nice if that was the case. I'd very much appreciate that. There are none. Okay, great. Only cosmetics. That's lovely to hear in a day and age of Diablo Immortal. Gamer rage enabled. For the record, I don't really care about Diablo. I think it's funny, though, that people are losing their goddamn minds. I feel for you. That's it. I mean, I'm of two minds. Look, they really botched that announcement. That was really stupid of them. They did not read their room. They didn't read the room. They don't understand their own audience. That's a big blunder. But at the same time, I think, unfortunately, gamers, quote unquote, as a group, not any, well, certainly individuals that don't necessarily represent gamers as an entire group, boy, do they really embarrass themselves when the way that they react to things that they don't like makes it seem like it is like the most important thing on the planet. And there's like a lack of self-awareness when I see someone do that. It makes me embarrassed for them. Like, you cannot, I'm not happy with the Diablo Immortal announcement. But that's pretty much the start and finish of my emotions around it. I'm like, I'm not happy about it. And I probably will not buy it. That's literally it. Gotta try to nail this jump. Oh yeah. When I say I won't buy it, I mean I'm sure it'll be free to play because it'll be filled with shitty mobile microtransactions. But basically, I think my point is, Diablo, in terms of gameplay, is not that complex. I think it would fit pretty well on a mobile platform. But the problem is that the mobile platform is riddled with a ton of problems right now. It's like just because it's like always microtransactions, like filled with shitty microtransactions. If the mobile platform was not riddled with games like that, I don't think people would be as upset. It's just an indicator of what people can probably expect when it comes to this game, which is, hey, you're gonna make a ton of progress in the first week, and then suddenly, you gotta pay hundreds of dollars if you want to keep up, which nobody wants. Gamers rise up. Again, I assume that's ironic. Gamer rage is the cringiest shit. Here's the flamethrower, I presume. We gotta figure out, is there anywhere we can warp through the walls to get to this? Yeah, I mean, I have no faith in NetEase or whatever that company is actually delivering something that's not riddled with microtransactions. So again, I'm not happy with it, but like, I wish I could feel as much emotion as people do about a Diablo mobile game about anything in my entire life as angry as people are online about this. It's like mind-blowing to me. I just don't I guess I don't empathize with it, so it's kind of like fascinating to me. And we've seen it with a lot of games, right? This is just one more franchise to add to the list. And this is not me defending Blizzard. This is not me defending NetEase. Terrible decision on their part, but I just don't get people losing their goddamn minds. Warp up. I can't quite get through. It's not three tiles. Maybe we try the drone a little bit. You need a code. Is this the code that we won't get until much later, I presume? 300 gamers defending against 1 billion Chinese communists. I did actually have someone in my Discord last night who like went on a tirade about the Chinese and how like they shouldn't be catered to as an audience, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, you know, they have bad censorship, but like, it's like billions of people. Of course companies are going to cater to the Chinese. The gray are looked hollow on the left side. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. So we need a code for this. It's written on the It's written on a note. I don't think I have that one. I think we're gonna have to come back. There should be a secret after the flamethrower. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like tyranny of the majority, right? The largest market's going to be catered to the most. And I think people who used to be in that majority are realizing that they're not anymore, and that's a scary thing. So they get angry. And I get it. I totally understand it. I'm not saying that's wrong. But again, like, these are toys. Like, find a different one if the franchise you liked no longer appeals to you. I don't know. That doesn't seem too complex to me. So I don't think there's really anything else for me to do here. I think... Show me the map. I think I know where the note is. Okay. I mean, look, I don't need to get into geopolitics to explain, like, a lot of countries, like China specifically, with censorship and, you know, the geopolitical sphere has a lot of problems, but, like, we're talking about video games, right? We're not talking about, like, why one country is worse than the others. It's more just, like, again, my point is, I just can't understand why people would be that upset. It's like, you know, you're unhappy that a movie wasn't the way you wanted it, or a game wasn't the way you wanted it. I get it, but, like, just the lasting fury that goes on for months and years is just crazy to me. The notes is in the next area you need to go. Got it. Censorship is a problem, but not the most important one in Diablo Mobile. Yes, thank you for clarifying that point as well. Yeah, Path of Exile players are like, shit, great, ton more players. I mean, look at Diablo 3. When a third of the franchise now, soon to be a half because of this mobile game, isn't good, or doesn't meet the standards, maybe the franchise isn't as beloved as you thought it was just because you loved Diablo 2 because you played it a bunch when you were younger. You know what I mean? People are just really attached to these things from so long ago. Like, maybe it's time to move on. That's okay. It's okay to find something else. Path of Exile is a great example of something that you can move on to. You know? Sometimes you get let down. It happens. Maybe StarCraft wasn't as good as you thought. Maybe Diablo wasn't as good as you thought. Maybe World of Warcraft wasn't as good as you thought anymore. Like, things change. That's okay. That is okay. Alright, so we're going back to Ukina. Someone also said there was another weapon in Eden. And you don't know if I can even get it yet. Okay, so let's go to Ukina. And apologies if I'm saying controversial things here. These are just my opinions, of course, on what I've observed over the past several days. Like, I've been to BlizzCon once, but, like, in retrospect, I'm not really a big convention goer. I don't know. I just don't. Again, it's sort of like this idea of, like, what reverence do you hold certain types of media in? I don't think there's anything wrong being super excited, paying money to go to a convention. You're excited about it. So from that perspective, I guess I do get why people are not happy. Because if you spend $400 for a round-trip plane ticket across the country to California, you pay $100 just to get in, you spend a day ensuring you could even get a ticket because of the demand, and then you show up, and then on the main stage to a Western market that is primarily for PC gaming, they present this mobile game, which, honestly, if they would have presented that to an Eastern market, say they had BlizzCon in, like, Hong Kong, and they presented that, it would have been great. It would have been huge. But instead, they chose the worst place to present it. All they had to say was, look, we don't have anything for Diablo Big this year. We got this mobile game, but it's not really our main jam. You know, just wait a little bit, and we'll have something new for you next year. But they're putting big timelines on themselves, right? They have these conventions, they happen every year, which means for every single franchise, they have to have some sort of news for every game. That's their own fault for doing that. They're putting an artificial constraint on themselves because now fans expect that there's going to be some news for every flippin' game every goddamn year. It's their own fault for doing that. Okay, here we are. Down. Yeah, then you just go straight through. There must have been another way to get this. There had to have been an easier, like a different way to get this, because obviously, like, you don't have to, like, why would this be the way it is if you could just get it that way? I don't know. Okay. Big company bad. I mean, in a way, like, it's hyperbole, but yeah, a lot of big companies do tend to ruin smaller stuff because of, yeah, it's profit driven, but of course it is, you know? That's an unfortunate fact. I think what kind of gets me kind of laughing is people who expect things to be one way when it's obvious that they shouldn't be. Like, companies are going to be appealing to their biggest markets. They're going to be doing things where they can make the most money. Of course they are. So what's the best way to hold them accountable to that is the real question. You know, put your downvote on the YouTube video and move on. And then don't play the game. That's the key. Don't play it. Don't flip and play it. Can literally every company in existence be CD Projekt Red? I guess the backlash wouldn't be as bad if not for the CNC mobile fiasco not long ago. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's the exact same situation. Like, everything I've talked about with Diablo, I think is exactly applicable to CNC rivals. Like, if EA is being a piece of shit company and not putting out anything you want, then don't play any of their games. Stop paying for them. Stop it. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular here. I'm sure many of you follow that advice. Should I go to Eden? I think I'm just trying to take a fairly neutral stance, which is I'm not defending these companies, but I also find that the amount of backlash, or at least the style that it's shared, makes it seem like games are like life, and they're not. They shouldn't be, at least. I think we want to go up all the way to the top there. I think that's going to be my next stop. And in fact, I think it's the only way that we can go right now, so let's do that. And also I think there's an admission that people don't like to say, which is like the mobile market is huge. It's just not for you, but it's very frustrating though to see franchises get stooped to that level, because they don't have to be. Like, make a different franchise and put it on mobile, but instead we got to tack on these old PC franchises instead, because name recognition. But the thing is, the only people that recognize those names are the exact people that aren't going to play it on mobile. So I think it's a flawed marketing decision, right? I think it's very, very flawed. Like, okay, well, we have this mobile game. We could tack the CNC name onto it, which is what they did with Rivals. Thinking, well, there's name recognition, but the only people that recognize the name are the people that fucking hate that it's on mobile. So just make it a different franchise and accept that you can't eke out that tiny bit of extra money because the existing fan base hates it already. And you're also locking out any future CNC titles because people are just going to be more upset with you. CNC 4 did exactly that. That was probably your last chance. The distortion field is found in central Eden in a room filled with giant green worms just to the left of the rightmost save room. The giant green worms can be corrupted to destroy the upper right roof. Blocks glaring to the weapon. Trace must then use the trench coat and enhanced drone launch to hatch the drone far up the vertical shaft that was cleared. Then the drone teleport and the trench coat once again to teleport through the solid terrain roof. Can we talk about other things, please? Sure. Yeah, Warcraft 3 remastered. Or reforged. Should I go back to Eden? It's not that far. I don't mind doing that. I know what room that's in. That's where we got one of the journal pages, or one of the translation pages. Let's go check that out. Why go to BlizzCon, dude? It's all about the hype. Like, going to a concert, I understand, right? Being there is something special, but everything at BlizzCon, you can... Anything at really any game convention, you can experience elsewhere. Unless you're playing the demos. Playing the demos, going to WCS Live, I can see that would be fun. But $100 for that? I don't know, man. Let's talk about you. How are you? Any plans for Christmas? Well, my family's out of town, so I gotta get a plane ticket and make the trek. Every year, my wife and I, so we have family there. My in-laws are about 5 hours away from my parents. So not only do we fly to one place, then drive 5.5 hours to the other place, and then fly home. It's quite the trek. I mean, I like seeing my family, don't get me wrong, but obviously traveling is always a pain in the butt. Okay, so I think we have to get to... It's like the central middle area there. Basically, let's go. We have to go straight. Is this our first Christmas? No, last Christmas was our first Christmas with Coco, and we drove. It was like 11 hours to one parent's house, and then 5.5 to the next, and then 13 hours back. So this year we're just gonna get a pet sitter instead, and then we'll go and see our parents by flying, like we normally do. Skype video chat, no travel. I mean, I like seeing my parents in person. It's just, I would rather do something at a less traveled time. Like, just because it's Christmas, you gotta fly during the busiest time of year, right? Whereas, like, I would much rather go see my parents in May and go on a vacation or something for a week. And then I don't also have to worry about, really expensive flights and planning around coworkers' vacation schedules also, making sure that there's coverage and all kinds of stuff. Just make Christmas another day. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're on the right track, Drake. I wanna celebrate Christmas in mid-May. It's also when my wedding anniversary is. Maybe, several birds with one stone. It's my birthday's around that time. Knock it all out. I get 3 times the gifts. That's fine. So I think it's right up here. If not, this zone isn't too big, so we should be able to find it. But I think this is it. Celebrate everything on one day. Damn, dude, I agree. I actually don't think this is the room. I think it's further to the right. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure it's further to the right. You know, the day. I mean, I should, unless it requires a passcode, I should be able to get anything. Anything in the game that does not require a code from a note that we haven't found yet, I have every other item in the game. So we should be good to go. See, I think it's the room above this. Okay, that's all of them. Near the room and the one you find the failed clone. That's not. Yeah, that's right around here. Failed clone was down there to the right, so I think we got it up here. Here are the worms. I'm pretty sure it's here. I'm like 90% certain this is the room. Let's just move up there. We can transform the worms to get them to break open the things. We were already here. This is where we found one of the journal entries. Should have known there would be something else here. God, stupid things. All right, that should be all of them. You could change these things too. Okay. So that's all of those. Now the question is, what are they going to open? Oh, okay, cool. Because what was just opened there... I'm pretty sure this is where the journal entry was, so the weapon maybe is in there? Didn't you already get what was there before? Yeah, this was a journal entry. But people are saying that there's a weapon here. The room before the save room. Okay, so we have to go back up. The room before the save room is pretty small. I don't think we could make these huge jumps that you're talking about. I believe you, though. You know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, there's wigglers in here. There we go. We've done it. The absolute madman. Haha! Thank you for that. Distorts the underlying lattice of space. I like the noise it makes. I think we're gonna replace my, I think I would just replace my Kilver with this. You found a vacuum cleaner. Congrats! Pretty much. All right, now we gotta go back to Ukina. Bam! Do you see that? You slide down the wall, it looks like. I could just get myself killed. It might get me back there faster. Alright, let's go. Onwards. There's only one place left to go, where we'll get a note, and then we can use the note to go and unlock another weapon, possibly the flamethrower. I do like me some flamethrowers. Dude, get vacuumed. How about a Jayborino t-shirt? Y'all really want a Jayborino t-shirt? I don't know if I could justify the cost of making a batch of those. Oh god, oh god. Kill him. Save room's right above us. I should probably swing by, but we're so close. I think we'll be okay. Stop giving me power bombs. Just give me health. You fools. We've done it. Maybe we haven't done it. Give me the health. We're alive. Just get me out of here. I do like this weapon, though. I'm glad I picked this up. When in doubt, use a drone. Told you that about it. Yeah, that would be a good... That is words to live by. We want to go... Okay, we're in Ukina. Let's go save and get some HP. I feel like we're near the end of the game, but I do kind of want to stop soon. It's been 5 hours. It's been 5.5 hours. I actually do have to stop by 5 o'clock, so I don't think we'll finish today, but that's okay. I'll do as much as I can, and then what I'll do is I'll be able to finish this next time, and then we can just start XCOM right away. So no worries there. There's another weapon in Apsu. Yeah. You know what? Let's proceed, because, again, apparently I need a note anyway from the last area. So before we actually fight the last boss, then we'll backtrack. We'll get the last weapon in Apsu. Maybe we'll find another glitch zone. And we have to go back to Erebu anyway to get the flamethrower. So, but we can only do that with the note. So we might as well proceed. We're already here. We'll get the note, and then we'll figure out what to do from there. It's midnight at your place? So you're 7 hours ahead of me. It's got to be Eastern Europe or Russia, right? I really don't like these things. They're irritating to me. You like have to slow them down, and then they become invulnerable. And okay, Ukraine. You want to ask if I played XCOM? So when I talk about XCOM, a few diehards will be like, "Oh, you're gonna play the original one?" No, I'm talking like Enemy Within, right? So like original as in like the latest revitalization of the series. So I'm gonna play Enemy Within, and then maybe come back and play another Metroidvania, and then maybe go play XCOM 2. That's my general idea. That's my general plan. From Finland, congrats! Your country's home to the latest WCS champ. Trace. Wow, Elsa Nova? Alright, this is terrifying. Yes, drones repaired my body before other Rusalki. Trace, I'm sorry for my reaction earlier. Good God, this is terrifying. You should not carry blame for Athetos' crimes. Okay. Ahead is elevator to Breach. Athetos is inside. I do not ask you to kill him, just shut down Breach Attractor. But he will try to stop you. As always, there is weak point. Find and destroy it. Once Breach recedes, I can help, but I cannot survive in Breach, so be careful. Athetos lives, okay? We can lock him up or something, but no killing. No killing. Thank you. So, this is you? I was originally Soldier. Does it frighten you? I think I was already at some point beyond fear. Ah, crap, I forgot what I was going to say. Thanks for apologizing. Please don't kill me again. I won't. Be careful, Athetos is devious. You cannot trust him. I'll keep that in mind. I mean, he's me, so... Jesus. They're like giant worms with guns. They're like the giant eldritch creatures that... Okay. So, is this... I don't know if this is to the boss or if this is... We'll find out. We'll find out. Right, so let's go up here first. I'll know when to turn back, I think. Nice. This is probably the boss, so let's go back to Elsa Nova and we can warp down below her. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Can I really not? Why can't I get through here? Data bomb, reverse slicer, flamethrower, and ion beam. How do I get underneath here? Oh, it's not the boss, it's just a new area. Jay, I may have answered you earlier when I asked, but what game are you going to play playing after you beat Axiom Verge? XCOM Enemy Within. The boss is even further. Okay, I have no idea how to get down here. There must be a way, but let's just continue to the last zone then and get the note. So again, we're going to be backtracking in any case. Okay. This is interesting. I hate this. Let's try. Oh, it stays open. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a necessity for those things. Was there a hidden path before the tube? Again, we can always go back and check next time. Basically looking to maybe find the next save zone, and then I'm gonna be stopping for today. Very well might be right here, I don't know. It's not. Where are you going?